US indices traded with little swings and traded with moderate bearishness, you can say. But yes, we have definitely seen a recovery from the day's low yesterday, while it is Germany 40 which has erased all the gains and has now moved towards 22,900 levels. FTSE 100 stayed flat. And now what to expect from these five major indices today? The S&P, Nasdaq, Dow, Germany 40 and FTSE 100. We are going to see in the same sequence with the help of charts and indicators for each indices where to enter, where to exit, and what is going to be our profit strategy for the day. This is the first update for the day. The next update will be released before the US session for US indices. Do not miss to watch it. Subscribe, press the bell icon, do like, share and comment. Join the free Telegram channel for live updates and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Let's start first S&P 5. See, S&P moved yesterday again back to the critical resistance zone at 5700, 5720, and I have mentioned that once this zone is taken, we can look forward to a move towards 5750 levels. What has happened hitting the zone? We have seen it reversing again. But most importantly, see, this is the drop here. It has come down to the support levels, double bottom. Then the retracement again coming down to the support levels and trying to bounce back. Thus, I will say it is still not to be treated bearish. You can see higher lows here. Very, very important for the prices to now either trade below 56.40.20 zone or else to trade above now 56.80 levels, which will confirm another up move towards 5700, 5720 zone. It is delivering higher lows and it is also delivering higher highs here. But another way to look at it is divide this into two. You can find out this is a box here in which it is trading. It is consolidating itself between 5600 to 5700 zone and largely saying 5600 to 5720 zone. It has to come out of this box in order to take a direction. Moving average is trading with moderate bullishness. Stochastic is at top here while the MACD has retraced and this is trying to cross over again for the buys. RSI running flat. Coming to 2 hour charts, the observation is more or less same. You can see this moving averages have crossed over. These are trading with moderate bullishness. Also, if you connect the dots here, you will find this is how it has been trading, and thus it is very, very important for the S&P to trade above 57.20 zone. This will initiate the next move, or this will trigger the next move all the way towards 57.50, 57.60 zone. The stochastic is looking upward. The MACD has crossed over, trading with moderate bearishness here. The RSI is running flat. Coming to 3, the observation is similar. Moving averages have crossed over at 20 and 50 period, offering it a very good support. And thus I will say, if you see it is staying below 56.40, you can take a selling entry there and expect it to drop further towards 56.32, 56.20, the next strongest support, and then 5600, the strongest one. Right now I can see higher lows and moderately higher highs. Yes, the indicators have cooled down, but look at MACD. This has crossed over again on the sell side and it's a slight bearish sign. RSI flat. On the 4 hour charts, if you similar observation here on the 4 hour chart, see the moving averages here have not yet crossed over. Also look at the higher lows here. Very, very important for the S&P to break below 56.40, 56.20 zone and then 5600. Also notice what's happening here. Now 5600 is the base, rise retracement, rise retracement, rise, and it could start to retrace again all the way towards 5600 before showing another round of rise here. So this is something which you should keep a note of. Look at the last couple of candles. Yes, moderate retracement candles, but this does not confirm a reversal. In fact, even if you see it is staying below 56.60, 56.54 zone, you can take a selling entry, but then be cautious till towards 56.40. Stochastic has dropped. The MACD is on the verge of a crossover, not yet crossed over though. RSI running flat. Coming to daily. On the daily charts, very important, see after the crossover, the prices or the moving averages traded bearish. The prices were trading with divergence from the 20 period. It has waited for the 20 period to come down. It is now close to hitting the zone here. Also see the movement here. Green, red, and today's candle will decide the breakout here. Also today is triple witching day, and this will definitely trigger lot much of volatility. Those who don't know about triple witching can just search it, because the options expiry today might bring a little volatility into the prices here. And now which direction it's gonna be. Now see, as long as now 56.40, 56.20 is not taken, we should not be treating S&P as bearish. Hitting the lows, it can bounce back. It can bounce back sharp all the way towards the 20 period, sitting at around 57.40. Thus be mindful of this. The stochastic is at top. Look at the MACD. This is crossed over at the bottom, just 3 candles away after the crossover, and this suggests that there could be further bullishness today, and the RSI is flat. So now considering this, first thing is it is starting the day on a slight bearish note. You can sell here at 56.60 levels itself, but then 56.54, 55, 56.40, 42 and 56.20 5620 levels, or in fact 5632 and 5620 levels are going to remain greater support. And if it trades below 5620, 5600 will come into picture. The bearishness today is only and only if it trades below 5600, then you can say it is turning bearish. On the upside now, I'll recommend a buying entry at 5672, expected to move towards 5680, 84, 5700, 5704, and then 5720, 24. If 5720, 24 is breached, stay bullish for 5740, 5760 levels as well. Beyond that, it may try to fill the gap all the way towards 57, 72, 80 zone. Chances are less, but yes, these are. Let's move to Nasdaq. Charts for S&P and Nasdaq are almost same here. You can see this. It is also staying in the zone here in 19900 to 19400. This is a 500 point zone, and see this bigger drop, then the retracement, lower high slightly, and right now you can also see higher low. So now till 19600, 19500 is not taken. You have to be careful with. Now notice this, what's happening today. It has started off with a retracement and now erasing the gains. Thus at least till 19730 you should not be initiating a buy. Once it trades about 19730, initiate a buy for 19770, 780 and 19820. Beyond that, it may possibly move towards 19880, 900, which should confirm the reversal. Any move beyond 19900 should take it all the way towards 20,000, 20,100. But right now the stance is not so aggressively bullish. Moving average is again convergent here, not yet crossed over though. The stochastic looking down, MACD has retraced it and sitting at lower levels. RSI has dropped as well. On the 2 hour charts, yes, the moving average is crossing over on the buy side, but right now notice what's happening. One series of bearish kind of retracement, again a bearish kind of retracement, again looking downwards. However, notice this higher lows here and the closing of this candle. So you can notice none of the candles here have closed below 19630, above 19630. So you can say we have to wait for 19630 to be taken for further bearishness. Then 19600, 580, then 19540 and 500 will come into picture. If these levels are taken, stay short for 19400. Yes, the indicators are trading with moderate bearishness as of now. Coming to 3, the observation on the 3 hour charts is more or less same here. Yes, after the crossover, the moving averages are running with moderate bullishness here. The support levels till 19650 are pretty strong, and then 19630, 19600 levels should come into picture. Right now, I can say too early to conclude whether it is bearish, bullish or bearish, but yes, I'll wait for the breakout here. If you see the stock, I think this is looking downwards, and the MACD is also just crossed over with the selling, and this is a slight worry point. But little divergence, I will wait if a couple of bullish candles arrive and then this crossover reverses on the upside. RSI flat. On the 4, similar observation. Do not expect it to trade further lower. I do not expect it to close below 19630, but yes, if it does, more bearishness should prevail. The stock IC looking down, MACD trying to cross over, RSI flat. Coming to, and before we look into daily charts, if you want to learn this art of trading, join my mentorship batch, and if you just want to trade as per the signals, be a part of my signals channel on Telegram. Connect with me, write an email, ping me or Telegram for your queries, and if you're looking forward to a broker which offers you a swap-free account with lowest spreads and no hidden charges, easier transactions and easier withdrawals from across the globe, you can find the recommended broker link also in the channel and video description. On the daily charts, what has happened yesterday? Lower highs and higher lows here, and thus at least is 19500. We are not trading Nasdaq 100 is bearish, pretty clear. Once it trades below 19500 is where you can see a stronger momentum on the downside. And see, it can still give you a breakout on the upside. The prices are still having a divergence from the 20 period, which is sitting at around 20,000, 20,050 levels. Also notice what's happening after the bearish move. It is consolidating. A breakout below 19,400, 350 is a clear sign of a further correction. Indicators, look at the MACD crossing over here at the bottom, suggestive of further upside here. The RSI is flat. So considering this, I will recommend you to sell at 19630, expect 19600, 570, 540, 500. Till 500, you have got support at every 30-40 points. Below 500, stay bearish for 19400 levels, 19360 levels. If this is taken, then 19200 will be there. Appears difficult, but nothing is impossible. On the upside, I will recommend a buying entry at 19730 levels, expect 19760, 800, then 19880. If 19880 is taken, stay bullish for 19950, 970, 20,050 levels. Take your positions, take your trades accordingly. Let's move to Dow. US30 on the RD chart, slightly higher highs, slightly higher lows, trading in this moderately bullish channel. Resistance here now at 42,000 are pretty strong. See the candles not willing to stay above 42,000, while on the downside 41,920, 41,900 is offering it a very good support. It has to come out of this 100-point zone in order to confirm a direction, but then also 41,800, 41,600. Till 41,600 it has got extremely strong support levels. Also, if you connect the dots here, you will find rise, retracement, rise, retracement, rise, retracement, higher lows, higher highs, trading in this moderately bullish channel here. The stochastic at top, MACD bearish, RSI looking downward, slight bearish sign it is. On the 2-hour chart, notice the price is here taking the support from the 20 period and the 50 period moving average. And notice rise, retracement, it can still bounce back. A move beyond 42,000 is what you should watch out for. Here's the indicators have cooled down. The MACD again crossing over here and it is trading with moderate bearishness right now. The RSI is flat. On the 3-hour charts, if you see similar observation here, while the crossover here in the moving average is pretty important, and you can see none of the candles have closed below 20 and 50 period. Thus, at least till 41,800 today, you should be careful with the sells here. Here's the indicators cooling down. The MACD crossing over here is a bearish sign. The RSI is almost running flat. On the 4th, the observation is similar. The moving average is convergent, not yet crossed over. Rise, retracement, higher lows, higher highs. Wait for it to deliver a breakout either which ways. Indicators have cooled down significantly. Coming to on the daily charts, notice what has happened here. Yesterday was a swing candle, and you can also notice higher lows, higher highs. See, price is just skills towards 20 period moving average. It is still has a little scope to move further, and thus 42, 200, 300 now is going to be most critical. Beyond this, it may show you a stronger rise all the way towards 42, 600 levels as well. See, as long as now 41,800, 41,600 zone is not taken, we should be careful with the sells here in US30. Stochastic at top, the MACD has crossed over at the bottom, it is looking upwards. It's a bullish sign, RSI flat. So considering this, if you see US30 trading above 42,020 is stay bullish for 42,100, 42,240 and 42,300 levels. Beyond, if it breaks beyond 42,300, is stay bullish for 42,500, 600 levels as well. On the downside, a selling entry has to be there only and only if you see it is staying below 41,900, 2900 levels. If it stays below this, stay short for 41,800, 4800. If that is also taken, then 41,700, 2,700, and if that is taken, then 41,600. Below 41,600, greater correction should appear. I do not expect this, but yes, these are markets. Take your positions accordingly. Let's move to Germany. DAX yesterday has taken a greater hit here, and also see what it is doing. Rise, consolidation, then drop, consolidation, then drop, consolidation, and again looking downwards. So if you now see DAX trading below 22,900, what you need to do, you need to sell again. Below 22,900, you can expect it to move all the way towards 22,800, 820, and if 22,800 is taken, we are looking forward to 22,700 levels as the next target zone. See what it has done, it has waited for the moving average to come down. The moving averages have become a greater resistance now. Thus, a move beyond 23,000, 23,050 is a sign of reversal here. Stochastic looking downwards. The MACD has crossed over at the bottom, trading with moderate bullishness. The RSI is at bottom here. On the 2-hour chart, similar observation, rise, then sharp drop, then sideways. Now again, it is willing to take a direction, and this could be on the downside. Indicators cool down significantly, be it the MACD, RSI or stochastic. And the observation is more or less same on the 3-hour chart. See the support it is getting from the 100 period average here. So now 22,920 you can sell. In fact, expect it to move towards 22,880, 840, 800. Below 22,800 is where greater correction should follow all the way towards 2700 levels. Here's the indicators have cooled down significantly. And on the 4-hour chart, similar observation. The closure of current candles is what you should watch out for. And once the next candle starts, and if you see it is staying below 22,920, stay short from there. More bearishness should follow. Look what's happening. If you see the smooth double top is created. From the double top levels, it is trying to reverse. Means it can move all the way towards the bottom, that is 22,400, 200 levels. Indicators significantly cool down here. Coming to look at daily charts, double top is created, price is reversing. And yesterday I've mentioned that it is starting on a flat note. It may continue on the downside, but what it did, it has shown a stronger drop all the way towards 20 period. Now today it is very important for the price to trade below 20 period moving average and 22,800. If these two levels are taken, we are looking forward to a greater correction here. Moving averages, trading with sharp divergence and bullishness. The stochastic looking down, MACD bearish RSI has dropped here. So consider buying entry today is about 23,000, expect 23,040, 50 as the first target, 23,120 as the second, and then 23,200. Beyond 23,200 is where the bulls will take over all the way towards 23,400, chances for which appears to be very, very less here. On the downside, the selling entry has to be below 22,920, expect it to move towards 22,880, 840, 800. If 22,800 is taken, stay short for 22,710, 22,650 and 22,600 levels. Below that, a greater correction should follow all the way towards 22,400 levels very, very soon. Trade accordingly. Let's move to FTSE 100 on the early chart. See higher highs, lower lows, median here. And you can see 8,700 is the median. And the prices are now, you can see swinging around these levels, 86.60 on the downside, 87.40 on the upside, 8700 almost at the median here. So these are the levels, 87, 87.20 you should watch out for. And if you see it breaking beyond 87.20, buy again. While on the downside now, 86.60 should be a good support. Indicators have cooled down significantly here. On the 2-hour charts, if you look at the moving averages have crossed over for the buys. It is consolidating here. It is not willing to either break or on the upside or on the downside. But yes, if you see it is staying below 86.60, 86.40 zone, you can say more bearishness should prevail. In fact, you can see 86.80 also as a good selling point for us in order to take a selling position. MACD, RSI indicators definitely have cooled down significantly. On the 3 now another point to note here on the 3-hour chart, the support it has created here, with that as support we have seen it retracing, and now if you see it is staying beyond 87.20, 87.10 zone, you can initiate buying entry and expect it to rise more. See, it is consolidating here before it takes a direction. Moving averages have crossed over for the buys. Stochastic rising back is right now looking downwards. On the 4-hour chart, similar observation. The crossover here, this is on the buy side, consolidating here. Wait for the breakout either which ways. Indicators have cooled down significantly here. Coming to on the daily chart, see first of all prices appears to have peaked and see getting a greater resistance, prices have retraced. But look at the last both the candles, double bottom is formed and the slightly higher high. So this is still a bullish sign here, and today again we can see the swings. And thus, as long as now 86.60 on the downside is not taken, you have to be careful with the sells. And on the upside 87.20, is not taken, you have to be careful with the buys here. Yes, it is still got lot much of room, but what it is doing, what I do see here is this, where the lows of this channel are far below. Stochastic overbought here, MACD at bottom and RSI flat. So considering this, what I'll do, I'll recommend a buying entry in FTSE 100. If you see it is staying above 87.10 12 levels, expect 87.24, 87.40, 87.60, and if that is taken, stay bullish for 8800. Chances appears to be less. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 86.88 levels, expected to move towards 86.75, 86.60, and then below 86.60 is where you can see more bearishness towards 86.40, 8600 levels. Take your trades, take your positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch, join my signals channel. Reach out to me for your queries. Join the free Telegram channel for live updates and the channel memberships here on YouTube to support them. Thank you. Have a great profitable trading day.